invite the dignitaries on the dais. I invite respected Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister of Education and Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, to come upon the dais. I request the Vice Chancellor to accompany him to the dais. I request respected Justice L. Narasimha Reddy ji, Chancellor of the University of Hyderabad, to come upon the dais, and I request Professor R.S. Saraju, PVC, to kindly accompany him onto the dais. Respected Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister of Education and Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, Justice L. Narasimha Reddy ji, Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, Professor B.J. Rao, Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, Professor R.S. Saraju, Pro Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, distinguished guests, faculty members, officers, staff, students, and friends from press and media, and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of 405 faculty members, 552 non-teaching staff, and 5,218 students of this university, I extend a warm, hearty, and energetic welcome to all of you. I request Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, to welcome Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji with a bouquet. I request Vice Chancellor to welcome Justice L. Narasimha Reddy, Chancellor, University of Hyderabad. I now request Professor B.J. Rao, Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, to address the august guardians.
Honorable Minister Dharmendra Pradhan ji, our beloved Chancellor, Justice L.N. Reddy Garu, this is a very special day for us that you both were able to spare time and inaugurate three important, I would not say buildings, but three important new programs for the university. I also welcome all my colleagues who are sitting here, my faculty members, representatives of my employees, and my student representatives for coming to this occasion. These kind of milestones are very important for a university because we showcase ourselves not only in terms of physical infrastructure, but also in terms of our minds. And when we do that, we refine our minds, because in this process, we ideate, we tell them what we are doing, we also tell them what we ought to be doing, etc., etc. In the process of a journey of a university, these kind of events are important checkpoints. Therefore, I feel specially privileged to be welcoming our Minister of Education and also Minister for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship to this campus, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. These two are very important portfolios for the youth of the country, and it is also a fitting tribute that you have been able to spare your time in the University of Hyderabad. I remember hearing about you as a very important driver in the Ujjwala program, the fuel in the country, in the government scheme. So now you are providing the fuel for the education in the university system. So thank you very much, sir, for sparing your time. We are eagerly awaiting your message to the community of University of Hyderabad, and I thank you again for sparing your time. Namaste to all of you.
Justice L. Narasimha Reddy ji, our beloved Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, to address the audience.
Honorable Minister for Education, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, respected Vice Chancellor Shri P.J. Rao garu, Pro Chancellor Shri R.S. Sarraj garu, Registrar Devesh Nigam ji, distinguished deans of various faculties, professors, other faculty members, teachers, other invitees, my namaskars to all of you. This year, in my view, is almost a turning point in the field of education in the country. And being a prominent and premier central university, University of Hyderabad has an important role to play. With the introduction of new education policy, it is going to be a paradigm shift in the not only in the content of our education but also the method of teaching, be it in the case of medium, method, or the way of teaching. Added to that, today, three important facilities are inaugurated by our beloved minister. These are Center for Digital Learning and Training Resources, School of Physics, School of Engineering, Science and Technology. These three centers are going to add further luster to an eminent university like ours. Ever since it was established, the university was proving itself to be an exceptional center of learning, and it has produced eminent persons. The superlative level of teaching was also consistently maintained by our eminent teachers year after year. Unfortunately, with the development around, our university has become a soft target, and our state governments have been becoming excessively liberal in snatching one piece or after another piece of the land. And today, much of concentration needs to be paid to preserve our own the university in physical terms. I hope that the land poaching of this university will stop at least now, and the university will be permitted to concentrate on the education and learning and research. This said, I do not intend to stand much between you and our learned minister, but this much I can say. With the change of our introduction of new education policy, all of us have to address something. Hitherto, our education, particularly higher education, was progressing or proceeding on a particular line. Not much attention was paid to what is there already in our cultural system. Either it was a case of indifference or up to a level it was utter contempt to them. Fortunately or unfortunately, the recognition has come from outside. For example, the prescribed textbook for anatomy across the world, not only in a particular country, is the one written by Gray. Gray. And if you take the chapter on plastic surgery, the first sentence reads the first plastic surgery was conducted by Shushruta. Can we expect any of our Indian authors to have the courage to refer to any Indian work? Not that it is lacking. You take any field, geography, physics, chemistry, mathematics, astrology, astronomy, everywhere we have got the superlative learning. But we feel shy. I am not accusing anybody, but unfortunately, we have developed such an ecosystem. With my little knowledge, let me tell you. One thing which common to every field of learning is definition. In every walk of field of learning, we come across definitions. But what is a definition? Where the definition tends to become description, what should be the level? We have got a beautiful shloka in Sanskrit about it. It says a definition is definition is sutra. Alpaksharam, asandigdam, saravad vishwatomukam, asthobamanam advancha, sutram sutro vidhu. That is, a definition is the one which should be alpaksharam, precise, asandigdam, unequivocal, saravad vishwatomukam, it should be universal in its application. Asthobana, it should not be plagiarized, and anavadyancha, it should not be prohibited from being said. That is sutra. So when such is our wealth, not that we should neglect other learning from other sources, but if you add this, one would get a semblance of proud that I come from a culture which has contributed to this. Even now it is not too late. There are many things in every field of life. Fortunate enough, research is being conducted and many things which were hitherto hidden are being brought out. And even while carrying our education system on the lines which are already existing, I am not asking any of them to be discarded or disrespected, but add this, and that will strengthen and make the Indian way of learning respectable across the world. An effort in this behalf would not go waste, and I am of the view that anything that comes from University Hyderabad will have its own value. Therefore, if you take any steps in that behalf, it will have its own importance and acceptability. With these few words, I conclude and I appeal to the academia and the learned professors here to think in those lines. We have already accomplished many things in a particular way, but just give a small addition to that, and that will add luster to it. Just as the gold getting the order, that is smell, good smell. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity.
And of the university, we also look forward for the support and guidance from Ministry of Education. You have touched upon a very important aspect of ancient, rich Indian education and knowledge. I'm sure Ministry of Education has a plan for collecting all such ancient, rich Indian education and knowledge. Now, I don't want to come in between. I want to invite Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister of Education and Minister for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, to address the university fraternity and to motivate all of us here. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, a big round of applause before he comes here.
Namaskar. Justice L. Narasimha Reddy ji, Honorable Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, Professor B.J. Rao ji, Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, Professor R.S. Saraju ji, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Devesh Nigam ji, Registrar of University of Hyderabad, respected faculty members, member of extended teaching family, Shiksha Parivar, students, other dignitaries, and friends from media. Today I am happy and fortunate to be part of this important programs. We inaugurated 3 new buildings: School of Science and Engineering, School of Physics, and School of Digital Learning. On this occasion, I congratulate University Authority and especially the CPWD, which is usually not a well-reputed institution. Gradually, they are changing their character. During COVID time, the engineer friends told me during COVID time, with a reduced budget in our country, there is a theory of escalation, theory of time overrun. But with this background, with the reduced budget, they complete the project before time. So congratulations to CPWD also, and congratulations to all the extended family of University of Hyderabad. Friends, this university is 48 years old. After 2 years, we will be celebrating the Golden Jubilee program of this university. The formation of this university had a background. Due to fulfill the aspiration of this part of country, the then government of India created a new university in 1974 to fulfill the academic expectation of this area, especially Telangana. It's a nice coincidence. There is a new state in name of Telangana today, and I'm confident when University of Hyderabad will complete its 50th years of journey and will prepare for the next 25 years journey. This university is going to be the leading epicenter of knowledge unfoldment of state of Telangana, not only state of Telangana, the entire southern India, entire country. Today I met senior faculty member, those who are in charge of different schools. I met the deans, I met the vice chancellor sir and chancellor sir. We had a very fruitful discussion today. Plus, what is the responsibility of a university? Before I put forth my view, during my morning interaction, I came to know certain administrative issues are there in front of Government of India regarding early release of all the old dues of university from UGC. That personally I will look into that. I will take charge how it will be seamless and smooth. All the dues of this university, which you all are entitled, you will get smoothly. That is my responsibility. Today we plan about the filling up all the vacant posts of teaching faculties. Now Government of India is in a mission mode to fill up all the vacancies, especially in the universities, in the educational institutions. And I'm happy certain faculties has been filled up by this time, but rest will be filled up in a time-bound manner. I am assuring my part of cooperation from Government of India. Friends, there is a national education policy today. When I'm talking about 48 years of journey of this university, after 34 years, Prime Minister Modi envisioned a national education policy. And when I am going through the national education policy, and when I saw the presentation, saw the journey story of Central University of Hyderabad, friends, I can proudly say, I can proudly inform this information to, or share this information with all of you. I think the experiment we all have conducted in the last 48 years to create a multi-university, multidisciplinary university, multidimensional institution to fulfill the need of the society. All these things, the experiment, the laboratory experiment of university has been codified in the name of National Education Policy 2020. So what Hyderabad University experimented in last years, That is the policy of country today. So congratulations and all my best wishes for the contribution. I am grateful to the faculty member and university family. Your experiment is today the national policy. This is the role of a university. This is the responsibility of a university. University is usually a knowledge center. This is a temple. This is the melting point of ideas. This university is meant to link the civilizational journey. When you're talking about Indian knowledge system, Indian languages, not only one. There are multiple languages whose age is, we can't, there are, Tamil is one of the oldest languages, Telugu is one of the most cultural languages, Sanskrit is a very old civilization language, Pali, Prakrit, all these are ancient languages of this society. From that point of view, from that period, the journey of 21st century, the link bridge is university. So, University of Hyderabad is a right place to create global citizens, to create civilizational link, to create a bridge between different civilization, and I am confident University of Hyderabad is in the right track and right path, and in future this is going to contribute the entire humanity in a big way. And NEP, what NEP is mentioned, what NEP expect from the society, expect from the education institution. Because today, India is we all said India is a young country of young population. We have a demographic dividend. Plus, nothing is permanent. This dividend is here to stay for next 3-4 decades. If we will not prepare ourselves, if we lose the opportunity, this may create challenge for all of us. Plus, today in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0, I am happy today, I am fortunate to inaugurate 2 scientific buildings, School of Science and Engineering and School of Physics. I beg apology to Professor of Chemistry, but I am told, I am a student of humanities, but I am told physics is the mother science. Friends from the chemistry faculty may not agree. I agree on that proposition. But today, when we are inaugurating Institute of Science, Institute of Engineering, this institute has a legacy of humanities also. This institute has a legacy of social science also. Today, what are the challenges in front of us? With this demographic dividend, our number of youngsters in the age group of 15 to 25, this is the age group for the learning, for the skilling, for the reskilling, for the higher education, for the research, for the empowerment. Friends, if I put together 15, age group 15 means he is joining the economic activities group. Now, at the age group of 15, he or she can earn money. This is the legal age. This number is around 25 crore in our country, 15 to 25. Who are they? What are they doing? Some of them are in the schools. 15 means some of them are in the class 8, 9, or 11 or 12 onward. Some of them are in polytechnics, some of them are in ITI, some of them are in skill centers, some of them are in colleges, some of them are in universities, some of them are doing post PhD, some of them are doing postdoctoral research. And some of them are not fortunate to join in any formal institution of capacity building or learning or teaching. They are in the workforce already. Friends, only 11 crore students are coming to any kind of formal institutions. That means another 14 crore students or youngsters are not joining in a formal capacity building process. When I'm talking about capacity building, that means from a skill center to high-end postdoctoral research point. 14 crore of them are not fortunate to part of any capacity building process. Friends, if you want to be a global economy power, if you want to be the Vishwa Guru, if you want to be a knowledge-based society, if you want to be a $5 trillion economy by next decade, we must enhance our capacity to almost all the youngsters. All the 25 crore youngsters of the age group of 15 to 25, they must be imparted some kind of capacity building. And what kind of capacity we have to enhance with them? What kind of skill, reskill, upskill, learning processes, we all have to impart them. This planning can only be done at a center like university. And I'm confident there are around 1,000 universities in our country. Central universities, state-owned university, private universities, deemed to be universities. In all this category, there are 1,000 universities in our country. And I count University of Hyderabad within the first 10 of this 1,000 group. And I am here with this expectation. I am the part of policy framework. I am the in charge of policy. And I am here to meet my seniors from the academia. And beyond that, there is a group of industries. We have to build our economy in accordance, in tune in all the three pillars. Academia will think, policy maker will formulate the policy in accordance of academic needs, academic expertise, what society needs after 25 years, what kind of language there will be, what kind of technology, what kind of societal behavioral issues will be there by next 25 years. We have to prepare ourselves. Only university can plan and think. And here as a part of policy in charge, I am here to accommodate, here to implement your views. And both of us will influence the industry, influence the economy. Please do, because India's purchasing power is increasing. All the economic superpower are coming to India to access our market. During this corona, when all the developed economy are facing challenges, India is the only country, if I cite 21-22 financial information, financial data, our growth rate is 8+. And all the agencies are predicting in 22-23, our growth will be continuing in that category. That means our economy is doing well. We have challenges, we have issues, but still our economy is thriving. We have to accommodate, we have to involve our industry, our economy, our service sector with this academia, policy and economy needs. Then only the greater society will be beneficial. This is the simple thing, and germination of all these things will start from university. And when we develop a model, this is not going to have answer for a state, not only for our country. The entire humanity, especially the emerging economy of the world, are looking towards India, how India is functioning. How? Because I am congratulating all of you. Today, Bharat Biotech vaccine is a big answer for the emerging economy. Not only for India, this germinated in Hyderabad. You all have contributed in that vaccine innovation. Friends, we have to create much more Bharat Biotech kind of thing. Today, the world is divided into two categories. Those who can afford those who cannot afford. Haves and have-nots categorization is still there in our globe. And all the emerging economy in the last, not only we successfully implemented for polio, it took 30 years to vaccinate to all the children for the polio in the polio vaccine. But in 1.5 years, today we all vaccinated 190 crore doses to enter population. More than 100 countries are depending on India for vaccine. Friend, this is the global responsibility lies on India. And I am confident University of Hyderabad will create an ecosystem. In NEP, we have a vision of creating multiversity, Meru, multi-university cluster will be developed. And I am confident, I see a ecosystem emerging automatically. There are certain central institutions like IIT, like Triple IT, like Manu, like IFLU, like Central University. There are a lot of central agency research institutes are there. DRDO is here. Lot of prestigious state universities, Usmania University is here. Lot of private universities are coming up very, very effectively, very nicely, academically and in other activities also. A lot of innovators and lot of entrepreneurs are already in last, if I analyze the societal journey of this part of India, what I found, there is a new enthusiasm among the people of Telangana and Andhra in the southern part. New entrepreneurs are coming from this part of the country. By joining the dots, joining the academia, policy, industry, we can create a global answer. And I'm here with this expectation. This multi-university, multidisciplinary, societal responsibility, global citizenship, global responsibility, responsibility towards global climate, all these things are the natural topics and agenda of a university. And I am confident you will be fulfilling this responsibility. On this occasion, again I am congratulating all of you to part of this August program. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address to the university fraternity. Definitely, University of Hyderabad will come up to the expectations of Ministry of Education, Government of India. The university fraternity, as usual, will try to do its best. I assure you on behalf of the university fraternity. Now I request Vice Chancellor to felicitate Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. Now I request the Vice Chancellor to felicitate Justice L. Narasimha Reddy ji, our beloved Chancellor. For vote of thanks. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt in heart. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion to all the dignitaries, participants, those who have attended and made this event memorable and successful. I, on behalf of the university fraternity and my own behalf, truly express my deep gratitude to respected Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister of Education and Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, for accepting our invitation and inaugurating the buildings for Center for Digital Learning and Training Resources School of Physics, and School of Engineering Sciences and Technology at the campus. Your presence today, sir, at this occasion function has immensely enhanced its importance. Besides, we are extremely grateful to you for your insightful address to the faculty, staff, students, and we look forward for your next visit to the university again. I convey my sincere thanks to respected Justice L. Narasimha Reddy, Chancellor of the University, for gracing this occasion and inspiring us to achieve higher goals in the world of academics. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Professor B.J. Rao, for the initiative he took in holding this function and make this event memorable. He has always provided his able guidance to us in all our activities, ensuring that we always do the right things at right time in the right place. I express my deep regards to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.S. Sarraju, for his all-round support in all possible manner to organize this event. He has always been there to advise us whenever needed. I also express my sincere thanks to our esteemed guests, deans of the schools, faculty members, officers, non-teaching staff, and students who have taken keen interest and have attended this event. My special thanks to Professor Faizan Mustafa, Vice Chancellor Nal sir, for being present on this occasion, sir. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling several days in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated officers and staff. I express my heartfelt thanks to all my colleague officers and non-teaching staff members who always stood by me and motivated us. I feel proud and thank you all for making this event a successful one. My special thanks to Shri Ashish Jacob Thomas, PRO, Shri D.V.N. Raju, University Engineer, Dr. Bipin Varghese, Shri Abhishek Kumar, Shri S. Srinivas Rao, Shri G.V. Reddy, and Shri Krishna Ram for making the arrangements at all the venues and inauguration and at this auditorium. I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the tasks beyond their comfort zones and ensured its completion. I convey my sincere thanks to anyone if missed out in the above order. I express my sincere thanks to all my friends from press and media for attending and highlighting the achievements of the university on various occasions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now I request everyone to stand up for national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे